All right, today we're reviewing a 2009 American-made Standard Stratocaster. Arguably one of the best guitars ever made, in my opinion. I mean, most people have heard of the name Fender and even Stratocaster, even if they've never played guitar and barely listened to music. I mean, there's a reason this guitar has been this popular since they made it. It's an amazing guitar, in my opinion. I'm biased, of course, because I actually own this guitar. But I've been playing since I was 12, and I've played so many different types of guitars, and I always come back to this one. So I ended up buying an American Standard Stratocaster, and I love it. So we'll talk about it today. Of course, this is an American-made one, and they have a Mexican-made one. There's one made in Japan, I believe. Maybe not anymore. There's the Squire, which is the Chinese-made one. And obviously, I think this is the best one, the American-made, but it's also the most expensive, so you kind of get what you pay for. But by and large, I'll be talking mainly about the American Standard, this one. And, I mean, if you really listen to them all back to back, even the Squire, they all sound pretty similar. I think this one plays the best, but most people, especially if they don't have a trained ear for it, they're not even going to be able to know the difference. But I mean, that's a good thing, honestly, because if you spend less money, you still get almost as good of a guitar. So anyway, what comes on the American Standard has three single coils, which in my opinion make a Strat a Strat. And there are other models that you can get that have humbuckers and whatnot. But on the standard edition, the one I'm talking about here, you're going to get three single coils, and that's pretty much, in my opinion, the way a Strat should be. This guitar is really customizable. It's partly why I really like it a lot. Even though I don't want to customize it, because I actually enjoy this guitar the way it is, the way Fender designed it initially. But if you really are into customizing guitars and you don't like the way the neck is, or you don't really like the pickups, you don't want single coils, you want this and that. The fact that this guitar is so mass-produced and so popular means you can get parts for it like nothing, and you can make this guitar however you want. You can make it sound drastically different. You can swap all sorts of parts. It's basically like the Honda Civic of guitars, and it's good. It's awesome, and it has a bolt-on neck, which I prefer because, if you want to change the neck out, you can just unscrew it and put a new neck on there. This neck is a C-shaped neck, which is, again, what most Strats have is a C-shaped neck. And I really like this neck a lot. It's very subjective, but I really like the C-shaped neck that Fender makes. They also put it on the Telecaster and a couple other guitars. And like I said, you can get different necks from Fender. This isn't the only neck that they make, but this is the most common neck. They call it the C-shaped neck. So back to this guitar. It has a 2-point bridge, and again, you can get a 5-point bridge, and I'm not going to get too much into that because I'm really not that technical when it comes to guitars. It's got a 5-position blade, so that means it has 3 single coil pickups, so that means there's 5 positions, so that means you can go. So the first position is the bridge only. And then if you go to the next position, it's the bridge in the middle pickup. Then you go to the third position, it's the middle pickup only. So the second position would be the bridge in the middle, and the third, the middle. And I might not be saying the right positions like the numbers, but you get the idea. There's 5 positions, and you go to the fourth one, and it would be the middle and the neck pickup together. And then obviously the 5th position would be the neck pickup only. So that being said, I mean, this guitar is really versatile. It's honestly one of the most versatile guitars, electric guitars that I think is out there. That's why I like it a lot, because there's 5 positions, 3 single coil pickups, 5 positions you can do. This has a floating bridge, so you can give it that whammy, nice whammy sound and whatnot. I mean, this guitar can just do so much. I mean, this guitar, maybe it's not like if you buy an Ibanez, for example. Certain Ibanezes are really good at playing metal. They get their ultra thin necks, real thin body. and the humbuckers, and they're really good at playing metal. But you try to play some like blues and jazzy stuff, and they're just a one trick pony. Where the Fender Strat is, what I love about it is it's such a versatile guitar. It does so many things well, and you might not like it because it maybe not excel at one type of genre of music. But the fact that it's just so versatile, you can play gigs with it, and you could 1 minute you could be playing a jazz song, and the next minute you could be playing a metal song, and that's what I love about it. And the fact that it's very ergonomic. This guitar just feels great. Like, I mean, it's super important when you're playing that you feel comfortable, everything feels good, it's easy to play, and obviously this is subjective. You might not think the Strat's comfortable. Most people would. I mean, the way they designed this car, like the guitar, the cutouts, like right here, they got a cutout right here on the bottom. So, oh, look great. Look, you can just plop that right on your leg and just. They got a cutout. So this part's curved. This is like on the back. There's like a slight curve right here, cutout. So that's great. Look, when you go put up against your chest, it feels nice and snug. So when you're really going at it, the last thing you want to do is have an uncomfortable guitar. You want to be focusing on your playing, and you want the ergonomics to be as good as possible. And another thing, like these cutouts right here. I mean, this right here, for example, there's two cutouts right here. So that makes it really easy to. Let me see. So that makes it easy to access the upper neck. Like if you're playing like the low E or the A. I mean, like you can see, I'll show you. You can get your thumb right up there. So the fact that there's no wood there and there's a cutout. Like for example, the Gibson Les Paul looks really nice. I love the Gibson Les Paul. I love the Gibson Les Paul. It looks so beautiful, but ergonomically, the fact that the Gibson Les Paul has wood right there means you can't get your thumb right there, and it's not as easy to. I'm playing terrible, but you get my point. It's not as easy to access the upper part of the neck, especially on the bottom, like the low E, the A string, and whatnot. I mean, it's not that hard on the like if you're playing Les Paul, it's still easy to get up to like the high E and bend, but like trying to get to the bottom. And I like playing up. Me personally, I like using the whole neck. I mean, I'm up and down this whole thing. I'm using this guitar, and I like to have access to the whole thing. So to me, ergonomics and easily being able to play the guitar are really important to me. So that's why I really like this guitar. But I love the Gibson Les Paul, and it's honestly, if you had to have two guitars, in my opinion, get a Strat and a Les Paul, and it's like that's all you really ever need. So anyway, back to this guitar. So it has like I said earlier, it has a floating bridge. So you can, I don't have a whammy bar attached to it, but so you can whammy all day if you want. All right, so back to the sound. So here I have distortion. Let's play a little clean. Let's play a little bit. I'm talking too much. Let's play a little. See, let's talk about it as we play. Oh, the body of this guitar is alder body. Before I forget, alder body wood, and this is a maple neck with a maple top. Now, some people you can get the rosewood fretboard. And to me, it sounds pretty much the same. And like I said, I'm not going to get too much into the details of the other different types. But the rosewood, pretty much, if you look on a video on YouTube, it pretty much sounds close to what this is. But the rosewood doesn't. I don't think the rosewood feels as good. It's a different wood, so it doesn't have. I don't know. It's fine, but I prefer the maple top. But yeah. So back to this. Back to the versatility of this guitar. Why I think it's so great. So you have these single coil pickups. So like on the bridge, I'll play the bridge only. You notice it has like a nice twangy sound to it. And Leo Fender, the guy who invented this guitar back in the 50s, steel guitars, like those pedal steel guitars were really popular. So he was trying to get that sound. He was trying to mimic that sound a little bit. Into a regular electric guitar, so that's why he had the floating bridge created. Because on those steel guitars, they do a lot of whamming and whatnot, and he wanted to try to mimic that sound. And he also they have a more twangy sound, those steel guitars. So if you see this right here, the bridge pickup is actually angled It's not straight like the other ones are. So that gives it has like more treble, a brighter sound. Where the other ones, you know, like you said, like, listen to the difference. It's just such a drastic difference in sound. This is the neck pickup, bridge pickup. And I love that, like the way you can just beat on this guitar, and it gives that Strat punch. It's like almost like a, I mean, that's probably a mix. I'm not even sure what. It's like a mixture of everything, I feel like. Because then I've played so many different guitars, and none of them give you that like nice punch, like especially when you're playing like on a clean tone, like a Strat. It's just you can just beat the crap out of it. It gives it like this nice punch. And I'm thinking that's like a mixture of the single coils, the floating bridge, and I got all these parts that come together, and it just gives you this Strat tone that just is unique. It's a versatile guitar that just has this unique sound to it. It's similar to the Telecaster, but you know it's a Strat. And Telecaster is another Fender guitar that they make that's similar to this guitar. But I would say this guitar is more versatile than the Telecaster for the most part. This guitar, you know, the Telecaster, unless you get the humbuckers, you really can't play metal that well. Where this, it's like, much as people will say that, oh, Strat's not great for metal. I mean, the Strat's fine for metal. It's not the go-to metal guitar, but I mean, I can get nice sounding harmonics. I mean, yeah, it sounds awesome. Here you go. All right, switch channel. Go play something jazzy now. You know, like some famous people that you might have heard of that actually play these guitars. Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, Buddy Holly, Yngwie Malmsteen. I can never say that guy's name. It even sounds pretentious trying to say it, but I mean the list goes on and on and on and on and on. And yeah. And these guitars go like new around $1,000 for the standard version. Which I think is priced great. I mean, honestly, for around $1,000. I mean, it's an amazing guitar. It really is. And I'm biased, and it's obviously showing a little bit. But I mean, I just love these guitars for all the reasons I mentioned and whatnot. All right, so the downsides of the single coils. I love the way they sound. I love the sound that, like the nice brighter, twangier sound that the single coils give you. But they do pick up more noise. And I don't have you can probably, hopefully hear it in this audio. I have distortion on now, and a little bit, there's just a little bit more noise than you get in a humbucker. And the deluxe edition has noiseless pickups, but it's very controversial and it's been debated, and I don't think they sound as good. Like I said, I'm buying the Strat because me personally, I want the single coils. And if you want the Strat feel, but you want the humbuckers, you can get a Strat with them. And the Deluxe has noiseless pickups that act more like a humbucker. And personally, I don't prefer it. But if you want to cancel the hum, I mean, you can actually, like, if you go from the bridge to the middle pickup, it acts more like a humbucker. Not like a true humbucker, but you can at least cancel the noise out. Same if you go from the neck pickup in the middle. If you have them both at the same time on, you can cancel the noise. You go over to just the neck. Yep, just like that. All right, so I have a cheap guitar that I can try to at least give you a little bit of a comparison that has humbuckers in there. So let me play them back to back for you so you can kind of hear the sound difference. I mean, this guitar was only like not even $200, and I don't know actually what's the name of it? Mitchell, some throwaway brand. I mean, it's not bad. It's not a bad guitar, but it has humbuckers, and I just want you can kind of hear the difference between oh, this is a guitar with humbuckers. This is one without. But even like I said, even if you play a Strat with humbuckers, it still has a Stratty sound. It still has that punchy Stratty sound. You're still not going to get in another guitar with humbuckers. So there's more to this guitar than just the pickups. There's more to any guitar than just the pickups. And like I said back earlier, you can customize this guitar. That's what I love about it. So if you don't like one thing about this guitar, it's very easy to switch and change up. It's a it's a reliable guitar. I haven't had any problems with mine. Yeah, it's a great guitar. Let me show you the difference between this guitar and this other one that has humbuckers. All right. Yeah, I'm already. Actually, the neck pickup doesn't work on this guitar right now. It doesn't? Hold on. Yeah, it doesn't work. So I'm just going to be doing the bridge pickup. But yeah, I'm already. I mean, this is a nice guitar. It was like almost $200 I spent on it. But you can. And it plays nice. And it's. I like this guitar. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not bad. But the neck's a little bit. I don't know how to explain it. It's like a C-shaped neck, kind of like the Strat. Just doesn't have the same feel. And has, I don't know if this is actually rosewood or if it's just like a painted maple. But so I'm not exactly sure what the top is on this neck. But just want to give you this is a comparison, like how the humbucker would sound compared to the Strat single coils with distortion. And I'll play it with clean as well. I always do with the clean. Yeah, I just can't, just can't get that like beating on it. I can't get that nice, I can't beat on it. Like, I can't get that nice punchy sound that the Strat has. I mean, it's kind of. But it doesn't give you that nice, twangy, that the sound that the Strat with the single coils gives you. It's like a little bit warmer and whatnot, and it's good for different things. It's not worse. It's just a different sound. That's all. It's not. I'm not saying it's better or worse. It's a different brush when you're trying to paint a picture with sound when you're writing a song or playing a song. That's all. I like having a Strat along with a guitar that has humbuckers. So I said earlier, having a Les Paul and a Strat is like a great combination to have because it does exactly the opposite of what a Strat does. right, let's go back to the Strat. Yeah, we're back. All right, we're back. All right, yeah, I'm already loving this guitar. Back at it again. I mean, that's not a bad guitar, but just the subtle, the little nuances of this guitar just really make it something special. So here's like a nice, the nice Strat punchy sound that I couldn't really get out of that other guitar. All right, let's go to distortion now. And obviously I'm playing all this so you can also make up your own mind and think I'm wrong, and you can hear it, and that's why I'm trying to play a little bit here so you can, you can hear it, hear the difference and whatnot. But what you can't see is, or really, is how it feels and whatnot. That's something you have to make up for yourself, and you have to either trust my judgment or go to the store and pick up one and play it and see if I'm right about the way way it plays, the way the neck feels, and all like the ergonomics that I was saying earlier, how good they feel, and yeah, so. Yeah, so this is a 2009 year, like I said in the beginning. The Strat has changed a bit. Like in the year 2000, there was some big changes. Like the body slightly got, the contour of the body changed up a little bit in 2000. And in 2008, there was some more subtle changes. And I have a 2009 model, and then 2012 they changed it up again. Very subtle stuff, and I've played the newer ones and I've played the older ones, and even back to the 60s and 50s. I mean, those were different, a little different, but but for the most part, this guitar has sounded. You hear it, Jimi Hendrix playing this guitar, the Stratocaster from the 60s, and you hear this one now, and it's like it sounds relatively the same, plays relatively the same. Like the biggest difference was like the body was slightly curved a little differently, and the neck was a little different back then. But for the most part, they've kept the formula the same, which is good, in my opinion, and hopefully they don't change it up because it wouldn't be a Strat anymore. So I wouldn't worry too much. You're most likely going to be buying a 2000s upward Strat anyway. You're probably going to know if it's older than that. And like I said, this video, I'm not going to get into the differences because it would be like 3 hours long, and there's plenty information about the differences and stuff, even with the different Strats. And then this is just basically an American Standard Strat. And yeah. Oh, so I meant earlier. So I forgot to mention when I was talking about the 5-position blades, the 5-position tone control. There's 2 tone knobs, so you can control the tone for the bridge. For the bridge has 1 knob for itself. Just for the bridge, there's a tone knob, so you can lower it, raise it, and then for the neck and the middle pickup and the neck, there's a tone knob just for them. So there's that there. All right, so wrapping up the video here. Yeah, I love this guitar. It's great. It's very versatile, ergonomically very, very ergonomic. Great sound. Like I said, if you want to customize it, you want to put the humbuckers, do anything you want. Yeah, and if you don't like it, you don't like it. I mean, it's everyone's choice. But yeah, so yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.